So, okay, so thanks guys for hopping on our December 17th team call. I am going to share my screen and do a little bit of announcements for there it is, thank you, for our people who have Success Club on the board. So, okay. All right, and so I've been kind of changing it up. Can you guys see my screen okay? Can you see the pink and Excel? Okay. So I've been kind of changing it up. You may know it as Success Club 5 and Success Club 10, or you may have gone through and you saw the Girl Boss Academy where I really kind of said the 3 Lives Change Club and the 5 Lives Change Club. And so that basically means if you sold a challenge pack, that's 3 lives at 2 Success Club points per challenge pack. So that would give you 6 points. So that meant you hit Success Club 5. And 5 Lives Changed is going to be the, Success Club 10. And then so anybody that was close, I just said 1 to 2 Lives Changed Club Rats because we're just hanging out there. So, all right. So I did it a little backwards. 5 Lives Changed or Success Club 10. And this was ran probably midday today. Tanner, but I don't think it actually updates anything it's probably from whatever you went to sleep with last night. Tanner has 10, and it's her birthday today too, yay. Ashley Lindsay has 12. So Ashley Lindsay is leading right now. And then Danielle Rhodes has 8. Katie Green has 7, and Debbie has 9. Yay. So, and Debbie, you signed like a crap ton of coaches this week, huh? So you probably had a nice bonus too, which is nice. Just let me mute everybody. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but if you sign 3 coaches in a week, you get $100 bonus. So, if you got people and you can be like, oh, well, they want to sign up, but maybe I could wait till Thursday because I've got this other girl. Sometimes I'll do that. So I'll try to get a bonus together. It's called mute everybody. It's called a fast start bonus. And then there's like carryovers too, which I don't really totally understand it. Sorry, I just keep trying to mute everybody as they come on. But like I only signed 2 last week, but I still had that bonus. I think it almost does like carryover somehow. So I don't totally understand that, but I do know that if you sign 3 coaches in 1 week, you get $100 bonus just for doing your job. So, and just for being awesome. So that's definitely kind of a motivator to be like, who wouldn't want an extra $100 a week? Okay, so, and then we've got Jessie Eek has 2, Hannah Kaufman has 2, Zach Smith, oh, good job, Zach, has 2, that's Sarah's husband, Shannon with 4, Kate with 4, who's a new coach and rocked it. I think she had like freaking 20 points in her first month as a coach. She's an alien. Alexis Henriksen has 2, Brittany Gray has 2, Desiree has 4. She just hit Emerald. Let's see, who did I skip? Ashley Logue has 2. Kylie Shoulders has 2. Kim Boyd has 2. Avery has 2. Jackie has 2. Amy has 2. This is really hard to do. I should have made this bigger. Molly has 4 and has signed 2 coaches so far. You know that. Shauna has 2. Vicky has 4 and hit Emerald or hit Diamond this month. Allison has 2. Abby has 2 and hit Emerald as well. Wait, shouldn't you have 4? No? Did you sign your husband up with the challenge pack? Unmute yourself. Because shouldn't you have 4?
Yeah, but Shayna bought her challenge pack last month, and then
she was in November. Okay, gotcha. All right. Sarah Beth Carlson has 4. Deanna has 4 and hit Emerald this month too. Heather has 2, signed up her husband, and Autumn has 2. And that chick got to 30 minutes after she signed up as a coach. So good for her. Autumn lives in Hawaii, has 5 kids, owned every Beachbody program known to man. She used to be a coach in the past, and is totally rocking it. Her husband literally flies to another island to work. So her husband is not even on the same island with her when she's busy mom during the week. So use that as motivation when you don't think you have the time. Okay, as new coaches, things to keep in mind. So I love and this might be something you want to ask your coaches as you sign them on. Your business needs your rules. You get to decide whether or not you want to be a discount coach, just drinking your Shaco and getting discounts and not making any sales. Do you want to be a hobby coach? Just maybe you have a full-time job. You love the products, enjoying sharing, earning extra income. Maybe you're a business builder, or maybe you're in between the two and you are all in, building a life of freedom, growing a team that's doing the same. So I think it's really important to ask your new coaches what they are. And that tells you how to deal with them. If somebody is strictly a discount coach, that you need to treat them as a client. If somebody is like a hobby coach, you're not going to go like, do this, do this, do this, do this. You're going to be a little bit more hand-holding of somebody that versus somebody that's a business builder. So when I see somebody and I know they're like balls to the wall, they're doing this, they're doing coach basics, I know that I can ride their ass a little more as a business builder than somebody that's a hobby coach. Somebody that's a hobby coach, you're going to need to encourage them a lot more. You're going to need to, check in on them, make sure they're not too overwhelmed, things like that. So I really love understanding where they're at, and don't worry because so many people change where they are, but I like to ask people this when they first sign, because then you can also even like send this picture to them. So it may even get the wheels burning like, well, what's a hobby coach and a business builder? And maybe I could do that. So a perfect example, Chanel is a coach. She 100% was interested in the products, came to me for products. I just threw in that line at the end, well, do you want a coach? It's the same price. And she was like, okay. She really just kind of wanted to do it as a discount, just wanted to get her results. She got her results. And now she's like, okay, I'm talking to this person. I'm talking to this person. Help me with this. And she's rocking the business. So it's really cool that just, you never know what people are going to do. Okay, so I cannot stress enough how important a posting schedule is going to be. This is in the photo album of new coach trip tips or something like that in our Run Pink group. So you can feel free to save that. Put together a posting schedule and stick to it, especially if you have a full-time job, but just as much if you do not have a full-time job and maybe you're a stay-at-home mom because you're crazy, you're trying to do this, and and sometimes even when you have more time to work on the business is when things fly out the window. So everybody needs a posting schedule. You don't need to follow this to a T, but 100% make one. Don't think that you're above having a posting schedule. The most successful coaches follow a posting schedule. And one of my girlfriends, Heather, she hosted a call from us a couple months ago, and she gave these top 5 tips, and I loved them. Know your why like you know your name. If you're not deeply connected with your why, if you're just like, maybe I want a pair of shoes, like maybe I can, get a handbag this month, that's not going to be that I need to do it anyways when I don't feel like it. I haven't sent my invites yet and it's 9 p.m. Like I need to freaking do it anyways. So know your why, and know your why is always changing. My why started off that I wanted to help other people, not hate themselves because I spent 10 years of my life just feeling miserable. I wanted to pay off debt and I wanted to quit my piece of shit job. So, that was my biggest why. And then it evolved into pay for my wedding. And then it evolved into, retire my husband. So it's really cool to see how that why changes and how, as you check things off, your life evolves and, you kind of see other things that are more important to you as well. Never stop posting on social media, even if it's a bad day, week, or month. I just can't tell you how many times I've gone through tough things and I might throw up a post about something that's really heavy on my mind. Maybe I was spending way too much time comparing myself to other people. I'm going to make that into a positive message, and I'm going to make a post like, only compare yourself to you yesterday. Don't worry about, somebody else. I was really upset with the stuff happening with Melissa. I don't know. I just couldn't help, thinking like, oh my gosh, like that could have been so bad. And it just kept bringing me to tears like every time I thought about it. But you know what? I wasn't going to put my business on the back burner. I did take it yesterday as a rest day instead of today, but I didn't not show up. I did not invite, and I did not do that because you're either going to sit there and be miserable or, you know, have something to take your mind off of something that's stressing you out and be able to maybe possibly make somebody else's day better. So you just need to kind of pull yourself out of that pity party. If something's stressing you out, give yourself a little time to be upset about it, vent about it, you know, if something happens, but then get right back on it. Don't give yourself a week to be like, well, I applied for this job and I didn't get it, and I'm just going to sit here and eat ice cream all week. Give yourself 30 minutes and get over it. Like, I'm okay with you giving yourself a pity party, but it should not last longer than, you know, a day. Never compare yourself to other coaches. Unfollow them. I literally was like crying myself to sleep the other night. I don't know what my deal was. I was emotional, I was PMSing, and I was following Bonnie Engel, who is a freaking 15-star diamond coach in 2 years in the business. And I was like, what the poop am I doing wrong? Like, how is this not our team? Like, why? Like, what am I not doing enough as a leader? Yada, yada. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Maybe she, you know, just has more people that she's connected with. Maybe she sent more invites. I don't care. I cannot sit there and compare myself to anybody else, because you know what? As long as I'm doing the best that I can do, I need to look back and realize you're a lot farther ahead than you were this time last year. Shut up and put your big girl panties on and just keep moving. Like, you know, you just can't sit there and dwell on, why am I not here? Well, if you keep wondering why you're not here, you're not going to get any farther up from where you already are. So whether it's physically, whether it's financially, whether it's just, you know, successes in rank, just don't do it. Just know that the best thing that you can do is be real, be yourself, and continue to genuinely invite other people to be a part of what you're doing. If you want to grow your business forward, I will tell you the number one tip is success comes in numbers. The more people you invite, the more people you sign on to coach, the more successful you will be. I have been really successful at continuously, my goal is to try to recruit at least 10 coaches a month. And probably last year, it was probably like 4 to 8 coaches a month. But right now, like, my goal is 10, because I want to be adding rock stars, because for every 10 coaches, probably 7 of them are going to quit and not go anywhere and maybe just be discount coaches, or maybe just fall off the earth every time I send them a message. So, you know, you have to think about it, that not every coach you sign on is going to be a rock star. So when I do get people that are going to town with Coach Basics and staying in touch with me and asking me questions, I'm like, yes, I'm so excited, because so many people just fall off the face of the earth and get too overwhelmed, and they aren't posting, they aren't doing this, they aren't doing that. And I will not chase people. I have told you what to do. I will get on the phone with you once a week, but if you're not going to schedule a call with me, if you're not going to post, if you're not going to watch the videos I send you, I'm not going to give you special attention. And that sounds mean, but I don't care. I want to go on to that next rock star. I want to help somebody. And even if I know they're a discount coach, I'm just going to personally use them as treat them as a customer and have them, you know, post in our groups and because as they're posting and doing things as a customer, you can start grooming them to be a coach, even if it's a discount coach. But if somebody says they want to work the business and they're not watching the videos and they're not doing their posts and they're not inviting people and they're not doing personal development, I'm not going to be like, okay, let's get on the phone for the 6th time so I can tell you things, and you're going to ignore me and do nothing. Like, that's a waste of my time. That's what Coach Basics is for. If you can't go through Coach Basics, you don't get another call with me. Like, you're asking me questions that I have taken the time to put into videos for you to watch there. And so just make sure you're plugging people in and just let them know, like, look, that information is in Coach Basics. I don't even go over that on my call, because it's up to you to get that information in. Like, I just can't stress enough how much I'm like, do the Coach Basics, watch the videos I've made. That's going to help you understand really where to go with coaching. And the reason I did that is because I want to make it duplicatable. If you sign on a coach and she signs on a coach tomorrow, like the next day, I want her to know how to train those coaches. Okay, I'm going to send the same welcome email my coach sent me. I'm going to get her into Coach Basics and have her watch the same videos I'm watching, because I don't want that new coach to worry about how they're going to train somebody and not want to invite somebody because they don't know how to train somebody. I've had that happen in the past. So that's why this year my biggest goal was to have something that's duplicatable, so that you can add them to Coach Basics, so that you can send the same welcome email that you send. Our team Google Docs is, or the team Google Doc Drive, or what, I don't think I'm saying that wrong. the Google Drive has a bunch of scripts and everything there. So it's all organized instead of like the 7,000 files all in the file section of our team group. So that is something else that's really been helpful to new coaches this year as well. Kelly is about to launch her new platform for her training for coaches too, and she has it all on one website. So she is launching that too. But honestly, like, I think we have a good system. Feel free to, I can share that with you for you to take a look at that. But we've got a great system going. You send the welcome email. There's 2 Girl Boss Academy videos in there. You get them into Coach Basics. And I know Sarah has her own Coach Basics for her group. And here and there, I'm trying to run Push to Emerald and Push to Diamond groups. So we do have a Push to Emerald group right now. It's ongoing. I just put the file, all the posts in the file, so it says day 1, day 2, day 3. I want you to add all your coaches there, but don't overwhelm them. If they're doing Coach Basics, keep it there. You don't have to throw that in there, but that's there, and that's going to stay there. Now, I'm telling people that are in there now, maybe they've been coaches, they've gone through Coach Basics. Okay, go through this, go through the 7 days, and starting December 28th, we're going to start posting a new post every day. That's another Push to Emerald, because I actually got 2 successful coaches send me their Push to Emerald posts for 7 days. So I've got 1 7-day Push to Emerald, and starting December 28th, every day we'll post a new post. That's going to be a second set of Push to Emerald posts. So it's very successful. It's worked really well for them. I mean, the more information that you give a new coach on how to sign coaches, the better it's going to be. And that was the RPRH Push to Emerald group. Turn your mess into a message, get comfortable, getting uncomfortable, be unapologetically you. I think a perfect example of this was yesterday. I talked about how much Shakeology has really kind of changed my life. I used to be miserable. I talked about, how it's helped with, it keeps your poops regular. Like, I literally say things like that because that's me, and I don't care what people think of me. Like, I'm very real. I'm very sarcastic. I'm going to put it out there. And I love that I get to be me, because when I talk to coaches, like, I'm a tough love person. I'm gonna speak to you in a tough love manner, because that is what helps me. So you do have to do a good job at trying to figure out, like, okay, for this coach, I can't give them that tough love. That stresses them out and makes them mad. And I've done that before. I've really stressed out coaches before, because I'm like, you got to do this. If you're not going to do this, you're not going to succeed. And they're like, I know. So, sometimes you're like, okay, I did not mean that to go there. So you do have to learn how to talk to your coaches. But I do like that the people I know that can take the tough love, I can do it. I'm just like, girl, that's an excuse. Shut up and do it. And people know I'm not saying that to be mean, but that's just me. And same thing goes with your posting. Just be you. Don't overcomplicate the business. It's simple. The 3 vital behaviors are key, and give yourself 1 full year. Honestly, if I would have stopped after a year because I was like, oh, this sucks, I'm not making a ton of money, I can't tell you how much my business grew from year 1 to year 2. And as of today, I can't talk. Today, I've still seen every year my business grow double financially, which is really cool. I mean, can you ever imagine going to your boss and being like, I'd like to double my income next year? Like, they'd be like, okay, I'll replace you. No, thanks. That wouldn't happen. So I got this from Coach Caleb. This is a really awesome to-do list, and basically adding 3 new people to Facebook daily. That's why I love the 5-3-1 method on Instagram. Start combos with 3 to 5 people from your list. No Beachbody talk, just building relationships. Go to their Facebook page, stalk them a little bit. Oh my gosh, your Christmas photos are so cute. Your kiddos are getting so big, yada, yada. You can add them into our free group. Invite 2 people a day to next challenge group, 5 people a week to coaching opportunity. And let me tell you, this is the bare minimum that you should be doing. This is like just daily to do. If you want to be a coach, this is what a business builder, this is what you should be doing. But if you want to be a rock star, that you need to go above and beyond. So I'm giving you the bare minimum. Check in with your challenge groups every day. Respond to all your business messages, connect with your coaches and help them, check into your Facebook coach page. Go to your online office training tab, check your online office for leads, send new customers welcome email, post on Facebook, share your story. Like that, you may be like, oh my gosh, but like, that's not hard. That's not rocket science. Just don't overcomplicate it. And so I love the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Don't think like, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do that. Just do your 3 vital behaviors and you're going to get there. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this because I uploaded this into the new coach training photo album. But basically I have tips for successful coaches, and that's kind of like our training, coach basics, welcome email, documenting your journey every day, posting something silly, funny, or motivational or inspiring, free vital behaviors, figure out your target market and post things according to that, and interact in our team groups. So and then this says, I signed a coach, now what? And again, this photo is in our team photo album for new coaches. I sold a program, now what? So you might just want to screenshot those. Those are good things. They tell you how to, if somebody sold something and they're not showing up in your previous office view, it tells them how to find the previous office view. And then it gives the live chat option if they need to get switched to you. Okay, so I cannot stress this enough. Repeat after me. The more I say, the less I make. If you were just blah, 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 straight from the script, talking long sentences, people are not going to receive that well. If it's scripted and they can tell you've copied and pasted, I would rather you take the time, ask them more questions, use the script as a guide, but it needs to be personalized to them. So make sure you know their specific goals, make sure you know their specific struggles. So for example, one of my lines I always open is with when somebody's asking me, I'm like, okay, so tell me this. What's your biggest struggle? Is it the fitness side or the nutrition side? Whatever they say back to you, I always emphasize with that, because at one point or another in your life, you too have struggled with either fitness or nutrition. So you could be like, oh, girl, I hear you on that, yada, yada, yada. Tell me more about this. Like, what is your, and just asking them more. Don't be afraid to say, tell me more about that. Like, what specifically holds you back? Is it binge eating? Is it portion control? Like things like that. So going deeper in there so that you can get connected with them. And then when they tell you your goal, maybe their goal is to be a size 6 and not be out of breath when they're coming up the stairs chasing their kids. Insert that back and be like, what would it feel like? And like, what would it mean to you to be a size 6 and be able to chase your kids and not feel like winded and just out of shape and unhealthy? And people are going to say, like, that would mean everything to me. You want to get that emotional connection so that they're like, I'm doing this. I really want this. I really need this. I deserve this. So when you take the time to get them emotionally connected, that really helps. I would love to have you guys tell me a little bit about your tips for new coach conversations, because I think this is the biggest thing new coaches struggle with is knowing how to talk to people. So why don't you guys tell me a little bit about like things that you've struggled with and of talking, or things that how you've overcome that.
What was the question?